Hi, I'm Kathy O'Toole, and I'm going to show you some very easy balance exercises that you can literally do these in about 15 minutes. I would recommend twice a day, once in the mid-morning, once maybe in the later afternoon. So balance is something that we all need to be very concerned about. And one of the most common issues with balance is that we lose some flexibility in our hamstring muscle at the back of the leg. So we tend to have bent knees. Now we also tend to lose a little bit of flexibility and strength in our upper body here. So we tend to be stretched out through here and a little bit tight through the abdominals. And when we walk like this in a forward motion, we tend to fall. So these exercises are meant to give you a little bit more flexibility and a little bit more strength so that you don't fall. So one of the first things I always do is I start my clients at a bar. And if I'm working with them in the home, I use the kitchen counter because it's got a nice long space. And you could also use the back of a sofa. Okay, that's how easy this is. So one of the first things I do is called tiptoes. So I stand, I can hold on to my counter or bar for support, and I raise up on tiptoes. And I'll do this 10 times. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'll also rock back a little bit, so it helps stretch out the lower muscles in the calf. So I go 1, 2, and it's the same as lifting up your foot. 3, see those feet? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what I want to do is I just kind of want to get a little bit loose, so it's okay to just bend these knees back and forth, go nice and slow. It kind of helps open up the hips a little bit too, right? You can hold on for support. And now let's start getting a little bit bigger here. So now I'm going to start lifting up my legs one at a time. You can go as slow as you need to. And then I want to work on bending those knees a little bit. So I'm just going to sit back just a little bit. Now you might want to turn and hold on to your bar and just sit back a little bit. I'm going to show you what it is from the side. So sit back. Sit back. And this is just warming up a little bit. Okay. So that's really all you need to do to warm up. So what I want to do is what we call high knees. Now high knees works on this part of your hip, okay? As we lift. And I'm going to try to lift these as high as I can to the bar height, your counter height, or your sofa height. So I think this is 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Now I can feel that muscle working right there. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and 10. 10. This muscle right in here is responsible for you being able to pick up your foot. So if this muscle is very weak right in here, you're going to start not being able to lift up the foot and maybe drag it a little bit. So in order to lift that foot up so that we can step properly, we're going to work on that. Okay? Now I've brought a couple chairs here. And as I started right here, I'm now going to go to this muscle. And this is as easy as put your feet flat on the floor, sit nice and tall, engage your core by pulling that belly in. And we're going to just put our heel forward. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Really try to push that heel forward, pulling your toes back to your face. This is 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and 10. 10. So speaking of my foot and my heel forward, you can see that I have a really nice shoe on my foot right here. And everybody should really be working out with a nice pair of sturdy shoes. One of my pet peeves are the little slip-on, shoes, because it's really easy just to slip your feet into it. But it's one of the worst things you can wear on your feet when it comes to balance. And more people have accidents in their home with improper footwear. So I always urge you to put on a good pair of shoes in the morning, something with a nice, strong sole. Okay, so we just worked on this muscle right here. I'll move my chair out. And now what I want to do is work on the butt muscle here. So this is your gluteus maximus right here. I'm going to have you face your counter, your sofa, your chair, whatever works for you. I'm going to turn to the side and we're going to do squats. The squats are going to help work on this muscle as well as the butt here. And you go as far as you need to go or not need to go. Okay, so these could be just little, or if you're feeling nice and strong and you're holding on nice and good here, you can sit back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make those modifications. 5. See, I'm holding on with 2 hands. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now watch this. You see, this is a good squat, by the way, because my knees, they don't go forward like that, right? That's going to make me fall forward. But I'm sitting back just as if I'm sitting into a chair. So that's 10 squats. So now we're going to get into a little bit of stretching. And again, I like to put 1 foot in front, 1 foot in back, okay? So I've got my right foot in front. I'm still holding on to whatever I need for support. Left foot in back. And I'm going to bend this front knee, your right knee. Now that's going to stretch my calf. Now we need to really have a nice stretch in that lower leg, because that's also going to help with your balance. Great. Switch legs. So left leg in front. Keep your back leg straight and bend your front knee. And we're just going to hold this for about 10 seconds or so. Okay. Let's go back. Do that again. Your right foot in front. Back leg is straight. Bend into that front knee. And I'm feeling a stretch definitely in that lower leg. Keep your back heel down. And switch. Here we go. Bend into your front knee. Keep that back heel down. Great. Okay. So we stretched out this part of the leg. Now we're going to stretch out this part of the leg. And this hamstring is one of the muscles in your body that gets tight all the time. It's one of the more important muscles to really keep stretched. So look, we're just going to do the same thing again. Put your right foot forward and your left foot back. Now this time we keep our right foot. The forward foot stays straight. And I'm going to bend my back knee and kind of push my butt back. And that keeps a nice straight leg in the front there. I'll turn a little bit so you can kind of see. There you go. See that? And I'm stretching that out. Okay, change legs. Left foot in front. My right foot goes back. Bend that right knee this time and kind of push everything back. but keep that leg nice and straight. You're gonna feel it stretch right on the back side. Great, let's do that again with the other leg. So second time around, right foot in front, start bending your left knee and back, and just kind of really push. You really want to push your hips backwards. Okay, let's change legs. Other leg in front, right leg goes back this time. Push your hips back and bend that back leg. Right? And again, we're going to hold these for maybe 10 seconds. Okay? Great. So we've done a little bit of light stretching. We've done a little bit of light strengthening. Now let's really work on some balance exercises. So one of my favorite exercises we call heel to toe walking. Heel, and I'm putting it right in front of my toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. And be nice and straight. It really helps with your posture. We don't want to be bent over, right? Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. I'm going to turn around so you guys can all see me. Heel, toe. You can go at your own pace, but the important part about this, why am I doing this? Because I need to flex my toes back towards my body, right? Because that's how we walk. We plant that heel down. It acts as like a natural brake for your body. And we're going to do this several times, right? So wherever you are, at the kitchen counter or the back of your sofa, do this several times, okay? Heel to toe walking. And it helps to really exaggerate what you're doing. Exaggerate it. Really get that heel down and those toes back by your face. Great. Now, if your balance is a little bit better, you may not need to hold on. You can do it maybe with your arms crossed. Heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. So that's just a variation for you. Now, one of my other great moves for balance exercise is what we call a stork walk. Now, it does a couple things. It helps with that heel to toe. It helps with lifting up. It also helps work on this thigh muscle right here. So it's called a stork walk. Here's how it looks. Up, push the heel, down. And see how I just shifted my weight, right? Then the other leg, up, extend, down. And you see how I just shifted my weight again. Up, extend, down, up, extend, down. I'm going to turn around. So join me. Up, extend, down. Now that extending is really important. Up, extend, because you're really working on a good muscle there. Excellent. I'm going to turn around again. Let's do a couple more. So you can do this on the back of your sofa, kitchen counter, whatever you've got. Okay? And I'm going to turn around and come back again. Great. Up, extend, down. That's your step. Let me get my chair. Okay, great. So do that several times, and you can do that anytime throughout the day as well. The other thing we do is sometimes we lose sight of objects in front of us. So I've actually brought a weight, right? Just a weight. I also have a block. So you could use something similar around the house, something maybe not too tall. It could be a small board. Maybe you could roll up a rug. Anyway, I'll use this as my example. So this goes on the floor, and the whole idea here, now I would suggest holding on to something, lift up and over, and then back, okay? So now we're actually working on picking our legs up over an object. Okay? Over, over, back, back, and be sure to change legs. So now I'm going back with my right foot to my left, over with my right foot, back with my right foot, over, back. I'm going to do it with my left foot now. Over, back with my left foot. Left foot steps forward, left foot steps back. And you're going to do that several times too. I might do maybe a minute worth. Okay, that's a good place to start. This also serves to step sideways. So with you, and if you're holding onto your counter, right? Step sideways over, step sideways back. I'm going to turn, grab your object, and let's do it together. Now, I'm going to do it without hands, but if you need to do it, you'll face the bar and step, okay? So here we go. 1, and back. 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, and back. 5, and back. Now, if you don't feel like counting, you could do it for about a minute, okay? So I think this is 7, right? And back. Make sure you step big. 8, and back. And 9, and back. Last one. 10, and back. Great. Okay. So I'm going to put this aside, but I'm going to keep it handy. You'll notice that I've got 2 chairs here. So you can choose whichever chair is right for you. Now, if your balance isn't that great, you might want to start with a chair that has arms, okay? That'll give you the ability to kind of push yourself up a little bit. But if your balance is a little bit better, you might start with a chair that has no arms over here. Because here, you're going to be forced to get yourself up, okay? Okay. Again, you'll see I've got a couple props over here. So get your chair, and I'm going to start over here with this chair, okay? Now, if you need to, everybody starts at a different place. You can put your hands here, feet flat on the floor with good shoes. You're going to lean forward slightly, push, and you use a little bit of your triceps right there. Push, up. Okay. Now that's great, but the goal is not to do it using your arms. We need to use our core strength. That's what this exercise is about. So I'm going to cross my hands over my chest here. I'm going to lean forward, hold my core in, and stand up. So there it is. All right, let's do 9 more. Here you go. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And last one, this will be number 10. Okay, good. So I told you that I brought some props. Everybody has a different starting point, whether it's arms, to give you a little assistance there. But if that's good and you can do this without anything and just your arms crossed and you can get up out of that chair just fine, then grab an object, hold it to your chest, and start light. So this is a yoga block. It weighs maybe 1.5 pounds. And you come straight up. So these are your variations, right? Do a few more of these. As you get stronger and stronger though, you want to increase this weight here because this weight kind of throws off your momentum a little bit. It throws off your center of gravity. It also helps build a stronger core. So this is just an 8-pound weight, but again, you can do it with a milk jug filled with water. You can do it with a lot of household objects. So I've got a weight, I'm gonna lift. So you see, you probably heard it in my voice. That took a little bit more effort to lift a body with 8 more pounds to the front. And I'm gonna feel that in my legs right here as well, okay? Okay, so those are really the best exercises I have for you for balance. I think it's really important that you work on your balance all the time, every day, twice a day. Now this set of exercises might only take 10 minutes. It might take 20 minutes. So everybody's a little bit different. Do them as a routine, get used to the exercises, memorize your exercises, and I think you guys will be great. Good luck and better balance.